It's really disheartening when you're trying to make a video and like an alarm goes off on your phone or somebody calls because you forgot to put it in airplane mode. I just did a whole video on this install here, and now I don't know, do I start over or just tell you what I did? Because I still got to do the other side. Maybe I'll do both. That way, if all you want is a quick tutorial, you can just watch the first part of the video. But the idea is, I picked this, it's a 2.5 inch kit, it's the smaller one, and I only got one set, which means I'm going to be installing it on the back side of the axle. If you get two sets, you can put one in the back, one in the front. I'm just doing the one for now because that's what's in my budget. I'm towing that big camper over here, and this is a 2500 van, but it still squats a little, even with the weight distribution hitch and all that stuff. So, I mean, I've towed it about 1,000 miles so far and ain't had any problems, but I'd like to see it not squat as much, and I'd like to feel like I'm not putting as much strain on the springs here, so I'm just installing them in the back. And I got this one on so far. Not a big deal. I'm doing it with no weight on the axle. I jacked it up, and that one's I noticed after I'm barely on that one, so I'm gonna try to hurry up and get this side done here. But I got the frame on jacks, and then I lowered the axle down to where there's no weight on it. I laid it on here. I started with this one, and then put the U-bolt on with the washer, the lock washer, and the nut. And I just started them, so I had some slack. Couldn't push this side down by hand, so I used this C-clamp, and I just grabbed the top of it right here and put it against the spring, and very easily just tightened it down until I was able to get a nut started on this side. And then once it was on, I used a hammer and just tapped it in place to where it looked like it was going to clear here and here. And I actually used the impact to draw them in, and then I did a final tightening with this 19mm ratchet wrench right here. And I'm going to tow it today about 30. I got a 30-minute drive, so it'll be about an hour total when I get back. I'll recheck and make sure everything's still tight, and that'll be it. So I don't really see the need to try to redo this video step by step. I mean, that's literally what it is. Make sure you put it on. If you're using one, put it behind the axle. If you're using two, you'd put another one here. And make sure you put your lock washer on and your nut, and kind of draw them in all at the same time, little by little. Tap it into place, and that's it. Drive it a while and recheck them. Make sure they're not loosening up. Simple as that.